a good event. I've been enjoying it. We obviously had the day of free practice on the Thursday with both classes. I think my two-wheel drive was good from the go. We had to make like a few tweaks just to get a bit more steering and like adjust to the front tyres because we're used to using the Fusions at home. And then my four-wheel drive started out a bit rough, but we got there by the last practice, which is fine. And we'll see how seeding goes today after we finish two-wheel drive.
So today you qualified third in the B, behind two world champions,
Yes.
David Ongaro and David Ronnefolk. So how did that final go?
So it was pretty cool to be, racing Ongaro and Ronnefolk for a bit at the start. I think I was getting into it. I was keeping up with Ronnefolk and we managed to gap everyone behind early on. But then I had a little error, case to jump, and then it just got involved in a bit of carnage and ended up towards the back. But there's a reason there's two leg finals. I'm going to come into it in the second leg, go for it and see what we can do.
Okay, and hoping to make an, obviously we all want to make an A, some of us never will. Hoping to make an A in four-wheel drive. Do you think you got the pace to do it?
I think it's going to be tougher than two-wheel drive just because I think the Europeans run on it more than we do in our country. Like, they just run it more. So it's going to be tough, but you never say never.
I mean, it's my first outing with the MSP1 and works really good. And I did the A main starting from 7. I'm really happy.
Excellent. And is the car living up to your expectations?
I really have to say it's unbelievable good, and it's right out of the kit. And it works really fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to have another manufacturer in the mix and to bring something else to the EOS. Car has looked really good. It looks really nice. What, going forward, is there some other parts you hope you'll get that'll make it better in the future?
Of course we will have some option parts for sure for the car, and we try to make every race better with our car, and for the first outing we're all happy.
Oh, that's great. No, it looks really good. We've watched it going around. It looks excellent. And what's your plans for four-wheel drive? Are you hoping to get into the A in four-wheel, being a Nitro racer? Are you stronger in that class?
It's not a Mugen yet, but we try to make it in A main like always. And normally we should be fast with four-wheel because the 1.8 is the same. So we will see.
I started really good on the first day in practice. Had a good feeling, always in the top fighting with Michael. And then the same in the first quali with Michael and Bartosz, but then I crashed on a straight and broke the car. And then I tried to work my way up again, but it hasn't worked out as I had hoped.
Yeah.
So I started at 9 and the first one was okay, but it's difficult to fight from the back.
Yeah, I mean, this track, there's not a lot of places to kind of get through. You just got to wait for them to make a mistake. Newly signed for Hobbywing, which was announced yesterday, I believe.
Yeah.
How are you enjoying the Hobbywing Electric so far?
The Owen is really good, smooth power, and together with the Nostro battery, then it's really good package.
Yeah, no,
for sure.
That's good. Glad you're enjoying that. And we're going to go into four-wheel drive. You've had some four-wheel drive practice. How did the four-wheel drive feel?
Amazing, really good from the first practice, and then some small changes, but really good.
It's great.
Looking forward to it.
Excellent.
Well, started out really struggling a lot in practice with the two-wheel drive. We've been trying to kind of close the gap to the Schumacher guys from the first event, obviously. Had some setup ideas and stuff that we've been trying that's been working really well for us at the other tracks that we've been practicing and racing at. Coming here, it didn't work at all in practice, so we were like quite far behind, I would say, throughout the whole practice, and we tried to figure out what was kind of wrong and tried to go somewhere in between of the two setups. Didn't really get it to work, so for the second round of qualifying, I just decided, I told Martin, like, hey, I'm going back to setup of EOS1. At least the speed was there. I was able to get it fourth. So just want to see to understand what's going on, So that's what I did. Had a good run there with the second, obviously. So felt like I was back in it. Q3, good again. Unfortunately, I had a mistake, and that mistake ruined my chances of making the A main. I was in for a fourth or fifth in that run. And in the end, I got like 12 or something like that, and a 12 and a 2 wasn't enough to cut, like to make it for the A. So that was unfortunate. Then the other shitty thing that happened to me was like in first qualifier, I was kind of thrashing to get the car ready, and I needed some help to glue the tires and stuff because I wasn't going to make it. And so we were gluing the sidewalls on the front two drives and used the activator to get the glue dry. But the glue wasn't dry all the way in, so I did the first lap, and then like suddenly it felt like I was driving on ice for some reason.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know. Maybe it was the diff that was kind of locking or something happened because the car was not, it was like undrivable. We got in after I marshaled, I checked everything, and I saw my body and wing and everything was just sprayed with glue. So the glue from the front tires just went onto the rear tires. So I was like making donuts out there in the first quali on the like second, third, and fourth lap. So that set was ruined. It meant I only had one set for the last three, and in the last one I had to make a good run. I was on a decent pace, but I think I made a mistake on the last lap. But even without that, I think I would have probably been 11th overall. So the pace was just not there on the third run of the tires for me. So it's been a real struggle and frustrating, of course, especially as we had a good race at the first event in November. But hopefully we can, switch things around for four-wheel drive, which are coming up here after two-wheel drive.
Yeah, you'll be quick in four-wheel drive. I'm sure about that. And will you be attending the Worlds this year, the 8-scale Worlds?
I will be in Brazil. So we're still discussing whether to go for the warm-up race they're having in April. So we're gonna have to see if there's any other drivers from the other, manufacturers that are going. If so, we will probably go as well for that race, but for sure in September we will be there.
Well,
I'll try to stop David for getting 3 in a row.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a learning experience again to be back doing 10 scale, but struggling really.
Struggling.
Yeah.
Are you more of a two-wheel or a four-wheel drive kind of guy?
Years ago it was definitely two-wheel, but yeah, I like four-wheel as well.
And how are you finding this layout? Do you quite even struggling? You enjoying it?
No, this one I think is a lot better than previous ones. Track seems to flow a bit better. Jumps are a little bit easier to learn and stuff. So.
Back at home for you, I guess there's not a huge carpet 10th scale scene, so you don't get any practice for this, I would assume.
None really. We race on AstroTurf, so carpet racing is non-existent, unfortunately.
And do you think your four-wheel drive is going to go better than your two?
Hopefully.
Excellent. Well, have a good one. Thanks for talking to us, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. The tire situation and the carpet is obviously a lot different than what we run on carpet back home. Definitely different driving styles, setups, I guess commitment levels on the track. A lot of difference, but it's been fun. I really enjoy it, and got to come over early, go to Austria and see the S-Works company and kind of make some relationships and that kind of thing, and then went to Switzerland and did some practice and then came here. So I've had some good time on the situation now, and two-wheel drive I think I left some out there. So, but the good thing is we start over today and have a whole other event, so it's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see an 8 scale coming to a 10 scale carpet event. I mean, that is an extreme. Is the S-Works brand it's really starting to grow in the USA? Do you think you'll see a lot more of you guys racing them on carpet over there?
Yeah, so yeah, we're definitely have a big focus on growth in the USA right now. So me personally, I've been doing a lot more 10 scale lately. Not really that I'm doing less 8 scale, I'm just kind of adding a lot more events. For sure, I'm doing carpet races along with dirt races. I really enjoy it. It's really rewarding on carpet because it's so consistent that you can take run to run and take what you learned from the last run, apply it. Even the last time you're at the track, apply it the next time you're at the track. So it's for whenever we're developing our cars, it's really rewarding to know progress and get the feeling better and that kind of thing. So it's good.
And are you looking forward to four-wheel drive being an 8th scale racer mainly?
On carpet, it's not really too much different really because on dirt for sure I'm better in four-wheel drive because of the 8 scale. On carpet it's a totally different world. I really do like driving two-wheel drive on carpet. I still definitely do struggle a little bit on dirt with two-wheel drive. I excel for sure in the four-wheel drive. I think the setups and setup ideas I understand a little bit better for four-wheel drive. I kind of rely on my teammates a little bit more for the two-wheel drive stuff. Ready to go for a whole other event.
It's going really good. Like in the practice, we were missing some steering in the car, but like now with the small changes, it's feeling good and it's fast. So
It looked incredible in the first leg. You were a little bit unlucky. How do you feel going into this second leg? Probably quite confident?
I'm really confident. The car is good and it change anything. I know I have the speed, so I just need to make the pass on Partek, so should be good.
Yeah. And going into four-wheel drive, how was the four-wheel drive in practice?
Not too bad fast also, but a bit too hard to drive, so small changes for the qualifying should be good.
It must be for you nice to be back racing after a little break, doing your country service. Will your racing program now be a bit more full-on going into this year?
Yeah. I plan to do more racing. Like I try to do the warm-up in a couple of weeks for the Euros, and then of course the Euros and maybe MKGP. So there is some more races for sure this year.
Michael Lowski running for Schumacher, TQ man and winner of the first leg. So I'm not even going to ask, is it going well? Because it's the obvious question, but how was that first final?
It was good. I had a small gap at the beginning, and Bartek was very fast, and Jona was pushing hard, so I was a little bit lucky that Jona had the pace to battle with Bartek, which made him look rather behind him than look forward to me. So, and then they had coming together, so I had a nice gap at the end. So it was a little bit tight at the beginning. Had to be very precise, and then towards the end it was a little bit easier.
Excellent. And again, this place, kind of like Florida Carpet Champs, seems to bring you a lot of good luck. Are you looking forward to four-wheel drive?
Yeah, it was very good in practice. We worked really hard on our forward drive since the last EOS wasn't too good, and in Florida, Bruno was a little bit quicker than us in qualifying. So we've been working hard on the forward drive, and in Switzerland, we're there Monday, Tuesday this week, just after ETS. We traveled over there and worked very, very hard on the car. So it seemed to pay off in practice. So hopefully it will continue onto the sitting practice and qualifying.
Okay, and you have a chance to win the series overall in both classes, is it?
I think they're doing it combined this year.
Right, okay.
To be honest, I'm not sure what the points will be, so I'm just taking it step by step, try and win each run and see where we end up.
Miklos Sabelos here, racing at probably his 100th EOS. Miklos, for the users that don't know at home, he has done Worlds, Euros, EOS races. Probably a veteran at this. How's it going so far?
Qualifying went really, really well. The heats, not so well. It was quite scrappy, unfortunately. But my final went well from 9th to 3rd, so in the end it's not been too bad.
And have you qualified better than you thought? Worse?
Going from the last few I've done, better. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I watched you going around. It looked really good, really steady, and yeah, I mean, you look like you were enjoying it. This EOS probably bigger than most of the ones you've done. Is this something you enjoy? All these long breaks between races, or would you prefer less entries?
The time between them, it doesn't bother me because it goes quite quick. Once you've like sorted your car out, had something to eat and drink, had a look at a few races, had a laugh, you're back out again. So it goes pretty quick, really.
And how did your first final go?
The first final went really well. Started 9th, finished 3rd. No mistakes. Just picked everybody off as they made mistakes. So yeah, it was good.
And four-wheel drive, any expectations, or are you just going to go and see what happens?
Just go and see what happens. Everybody's on it straight away, so it's like I need a few laps just to get into my flow and rhythm. But most people are just bang on it 100% straight away. It's like, oh, come on, ease into it, lads.
Yeah, no, very, very true. Well, have a good one. Hope you enjoy it, and thanks for talking to us.
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah, it was good. Obviously, a full day of practice helped. Obviously, new cars for me and most. Obviously, for this week. Took a little while with two-wheel to get it somewhere near, but a good last run in quali was enough to put us in with the big dog. And then first final was solid, so yeah, help's been great with the team. They've all been, asking every run how things have been, really friendly. So I can't complain about that, the support there. And even all my mates are still talking to us, so that's always a plus.
We don't have any mates. So this being your first EOS with X-Ray, you did an EOS last year, I believe.
Yeah.
Is your result in two-wheel drive been better than last year?
Yes, it has. Yeah. So one final up, and last year I finished near the bottom of that final. So yeah, way more consistent this year, and I think it's a lot more competitive as well. So
And how's the four-wheel drive feeling so far?
Yeah, four-wheel drive was phenomenal, if I'm honest. Put it down in first practice, and I was on pace with Phil and Matt Thompson. So if I can be somewhere near those guys on lap pace, then I'm really pleased. Two-wheel was obviously a lot harder work, if I'm honest. It took some time to get there. It was only the third time I've ran the car, and setup's completely different to where I was at the start of the day. So yeah, but the four-wheeler's very, very good.
Yeah, your two-wheel drive definitely in that last run come to life. Up until then, you were being beaten by myself.
I was, unfortunately. Hey, listen, you've drove great. You've beat a lot of other good UK drivers as well.
It's been pretty good so far. So, well, good luck, Ryan. Have a good time and enjoy it.
Thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
It's gone pretty well. I think I couldn't have done. If I had a perfect weekend, it could have gone a little better, but I can't ask for much more really. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it's gone.
Yeah, qualified in the A, only Brit in the A, which is awesome. It's great for us to have some representation. As far as this series, you've done quite a few. What's been your best EOS result to date so far?
I don't know. I think sixth. So we'll try and aim for that.
Okay. I mean, you only got to look at the B final. There's a couple of world champions in the B final. You're in the A. It's good practice for yourself getting right up there near the top. Not that you really need it. With the B7 platform, you'll obviously have more stuff to come. And when you find that, I think that car's going to be even better, which is a great sign for you guys. Going forward to four-wheel drive, how did that car feel? Was it quite nice in practice?
I struggled in four-wheel practice a little bit really. I couldn't find the right balance with steering. I kind of first run was just a complete write-off because I ended up complete opposite sides, so I was just terrible. Second run I was kind of pushing, and third run had way too much front end. So if we find the right balance, we'll be fighting for the last spot in the main, I'm assuming. It's just so difficult you have to do perfect runs to get in there, especially in four-wheel.
And I suppose with a Euros on carpet this year, you're going to be doing probably quite a bit of carpet running and probably feeling quite confident to go and get a second title.
Well, that's always going to be the aim, but it'll be difficult. We still aren't going to be able to run carpet like a lot of the other guys are, so we'll have to see what club racing we can do through the week and stuff like that. But it will be a tall order, that one will, but we'll give it our best shot.
Yui Reinhardt here, the organizer and the man behind EOS. It's my first EOS, and I have to say, what an amazing event. I'm actually the 10th section chairman in the UK for 10th scale. I've never come to one, and it's been an incredible event, so I just want to say thank you. It's been very good. And how do you find it's going?
Well, we are really proud to have so many people here. It's the biggest ever, with 500 something. So it's really nice, and we are lucky to have you here. Good team from UK. I think it was a good thing that Scotty were coming to UK and show normally how EOS works, and so we have a lot of the Brits here for looking how it works. It's good for us.
Yeah, I mean, all the Brits were really enjoying it. It's a great event. Even with that amount of entries, it's flowing very well. Scotty's doing a great job.
Yep.
What's the future of this series? Are we going to see an EOS series next year?
Yeah, series is not so easy because we can handle it because we have back-to-back with the ETS, so that we can cover the most part of the cost because of that. But opposite to the ETS, the industry don't help us a lot. So for sure Daun will exist in the future, but the rest is still open. But without the help from the industry, I think we cannot do another race, but we will see.
Well, if you're out there and you're in the industry, get involved in this series. I mean, it's very good. I know running a series in the UK is not an easy thing, but us racers do appreciate it, and thanks for putting it on and taking the time to talk to us.
Yeah, for us, it's also legendary this time. Papa Orlovsky told me an hour ago that the first time in the A-main, the eldest racer is Burak Kilic. He is born in January 2001, so he is the oldest with 23 years old. And we have 16 years, 17 years old. The complete A-main, the oldest racer is 23, and that makes us really proud because we know the kids growing out of the EOS when they were 12, 13 years old. Not only Orlovsky, Bartosz Zalewski, perfect to see second position. And so this is what makes Scotty and me and everybody Tony Sport really happy, and this is why we minimum need to continue with the EOS here in Daun, and let's hope that we find any solution for our second hall race. But yeah, our team, we are not a club, so everybody who helps us has to be paid, and all our team is a real big team, so it's not so easy to cover the cost without the help from the industry. But okay, I think when we have only this, it's only a brilliant event, and we need to do it because it's our family.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, thank you very much. And we'll
Thank
talk
you.
again.
Thanks
Thank
everybody
you.
for being here.
Okay,
Thanks
thank
again.
you.